beautiful 2013 moment in the music business. Here is the writer of the song, hearing the song after probably hundreds of thousands of people are here, us sitting in the corner behind the trees listening to that song Headlights. Talk about how that one all came together.
That would put me on record of saying anything about that, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
I will just say this. I did everything in my power on that hole to not cry. Mm-hmm. It was a magical thing. I mean, that was, I had written that song in the format. Coincidentally, it was the song that kind of, where my compulsive, like, I guess just like my compulsive songwriting, just like it needs to be like this, it needs to be like this, was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back.
In the format.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's always all these other problems, but it was after a long night of working on that song. Mm. And that was always my favorite song. I turned around and I brought it to Fun. That was the first thing that we worked on, and it just didn't work. Mm. And I was sitting in the studio with Jeff and Emil, who had produced Some Nights. It was just me and those guys, and we just like to, I don't know, we don't like to call it work. We just actually like to get together and have a bunch of drinks and sit in a studio and just kind of do stuff. And so we were going over stuff, and I was like, well, I mean, I got this song. It's never going to see the light of day, but do you mind if I play it for you guys? So Jeff gets behind the piano, because Jeff has become, I mean, Jeff can just read my mind now when it comes. We just have a great relationship like that, and so I'm doing that with Headlights. At this time, it was called Jump in the Shark, and it was all about kind of my disenchanted. I was disenchanted with the music industry, and I was disenchanted with kind of where my life was headed at that point. And so we're working on it. I guess, you know what, I'm telling the story of the song. So I'm working on it, and we work on it that night, and they're just like, this is our favorite song that, you know, this is our favorite song you've ever done. And Emil just says, I think Eminem is gonna love this song. And I'm like, it's a song. It's literally, it's a verse, it's a chorus. There's no longer a second verse, chorus, a bridge, and another like bridge. It goes on for hours. It's like the original version just goes on for hours, and it's very woe's me and all this other type of stuff. And Emil, he wanted to change. I don't let anyone touch the lyrics ever. And Emil just wanted to change a couple of the lyrics, and I thought, all right, let's change a couple of the lyrics. And sure enough, next thing you know, we heard like Eminem was really interested in the song, and then you and I are on the tee listening to it, and I got to say that it was my favorite song that I had ever written, and it is now, it's one of my favorite songs of all time.
It's funny when I remember
because of what he did.